Happy Friday, Young County. I want to come on here and make a statement. Through the drama this week with what was said in that interview with the deputy in Young County, I've had some people come at me like, "Why do you care? Do you don't even live here?" We'll address that too. Why do you care? You're just watching from the sidelines. You're not involved. You're just helping him. So I want to come on here and make a statement. Number one, I am a resident of Young County and have been for 22 years. My husband and I have two places there, and we do own a business that has multiple offices. I still have a staff in Graham, Texas. Our headquarters is still there, and we do travel quite a bit, and we do have a second home in Florida, and we do enjoy our time there. But we are jet setters, and we're constantly on the move. We took our business, we sold our office off of the downtown square a few years ago, and we took our business national. 3 years ago, we had 24 projects operating at the same time in 21 states. So we lived at airports, basically. So now we have kind of consolidated our business, and we do 50% of our businesses in Texas and 50% of our businesses in Florida. And a lot of times we're not even in the same state. Like right now, I was just in Texas last week. He's in Texas right now. I'll be coming back to Texas. He'll be coming back to Florida. So we do operate in both. I know it might be difficult for some people to understand that lifestyle, but we chose it a few years ago off of the advice of a very successful businessman in Graham. I'm not going to name him, but there is a very successful businessman in Graham that advised us to step our business outside of Young County because we couldn't make a living just on commercial. That is our forte, is commercial construction, and it has expanded, and we've been blessed, and it's been good. So we did take the advice of that businessman in Young County and took our business national during 2020, actually. So that is what has happened to us, and that's why people are like, "Well, you're in Florida." Well, I do spend a lot of time in Florida, but my home is there, and we have a boat in Florida, so we just recently got this boat. We've really been enjoying the heck out of that. So I think we share more photos of Florida because we enjoy that a lot, and 50% of our business is here and 50% is in Texas, and we work all over Texas. So even when we're in Texas, sometimes we can't be in our house. But that's the story of what we are, who we are, what we do. We specialize in very complicated specification commercial construction, not just roofing. We do have GC license, and most of my staff live in Graham, Texas. So there you go. All right, now let's talk about Deputy Josh Gallardo, which I have to embarrassingly say I just really learned how to pronounce his last name this week. I always kind of struggled with it. I knew Deputy Josh prior to this week, but not in a very close manner. We had, talked a couple of times, especially when he pulled me over for speeding one time. So I knew who he was. I am not running his campaign. He and I did not have an alliance before this happened. He had asked a couple of how do I do my reports? Because I have ran campaigns in the past. So he had asked before all of this, he had said, hey, how do I do my reports? I just pointed him in the right direction of where to go to find those rules. And that's about it with his and my communication prior to this week. I get a lot of individuals, a lot of candidates, even outside of Young County, that ask for some political advice from me because I have been involved politically for many, many years. So that's why he called after that meeting. He never, ever, ever asked me to share information online. He told me that he was declining, that night he was declining consideration for the Republican ticket. He was appalled. He was shocked. He did tell me something of the nature, I don't remember his exact words when he called me, about he declined to answer the question, and I believe he told them that he felt like that question was inappropriate when he was in that meeting. So he did address it in his way. He felt that he was professional in the way he addressed it there, but I was more focused on when he called me, and I wrote down exactly what he was saying, what the questions were that they were asking him. And that's what fired me up. So why do I care? Let's talk about that. Because some people are like, you're from the sidelines, you're not even involved. I've been in Young County for 22 years, and I've been very involved in Young County for those 22 years. I've held positions of a chamber board member for many years. I was president of the chamber board. I was, or maybe it's called chairman, I think Krista Dela Cruz. Anyway, on the board you get, so I was president of the chamber board. I was involved with the economic committee. I was on that board as well. I taught jail ministry for a few years. I was back in the day, way back in the day, I was a parent organizer for Open Door Christian School when my son went there. He's 27 now, so that was a long time ago. I've been on the Loving Cemetery board. I'm still on the Loving Gun Range board. I was actually vice president of the Young County Women's Republican and worked closely with Kyle Milam when he was the Young County chair, and was very involved with that. I have assisted and ran multiple campaigns in Young County and outside of Young County. I've volunteered in a lot of different various ways of Young County and supported many causes. Was one of the big sponsors for the Stars and Stripes parade, but the galas, the Chamber of Commerce galas. I mean, I have been very, very involved. However, in 2020, 22 really is when my involvement started. I started taking more of a back seat of my community involvement, as much as it was, because it was a lot. And I felt like my business needed my attention. So when we went national and we got so busy, I finished out some of my terms on some of the boards that I was in. But something I did not do was quit caring about my community. I never quit that. I still have ran a couple of campaigns since 2020, but I'm not on the chamber board. There's just some things that I had taken a back seat to. I'm still on the gun range. But what I'm trying to get at is I am not someone that sits from the sidelines. I have been very involved in our community and love our community, and I've always been very proud of our community. I'm also a devoted Republican and always have been, but locally I'm starting to question that. And I think that there's political confusion everywhere in our country right now. And I know in history, what used to be Democrat is now Republican, and what Republican, it gets confusing. So I am a conservative Christian. I believe that God put every single human on this earth for a purpose. And I believe that we're all humans and we make choices when we're on this earth. And if you choose a faith that is not Christianity, I always want you to come back to Christianity, because I believe God is the creator and God put every human on this earth for a purpose. I also believe in responding to violence with violence. I believe if there is a terrorist attack, a violent attack upon ourselves, our county, our state, our world, our nation, I believe that we have to handle that accordingly. So any faith can be terroristic, any ethnic group can be terroristic, and those need to be handled accordingly. I think that God loves every single person on the earth, and he knows we're all going to make mistakes, and none of us are perfect by any means. But something else that I believe in is my right to speak. And I do speak when I see something that is wrong. And so I did speak out on this. It was not asked. No one asked me to do that. I chose to do that. I do respect and appreciate every follower that follows me. I've been asked to have a podcast. I've been asked to do that, and I'm like, I don't know about that. But I will always continue to try to do educational videos, and I do love everyone in Young County. I love our community, and I just want us to get back to, I hate using the word back. It's not like I want us to go backwards. I want us to continue to grow in our ethical, royal beliefs that we are. We are a great community, and we need to believe in that and maintain that. So that's my statement. Sorry it's so long. I hope you listened to the end. But yes, I am still a member, and I still live there. I still pay taxes there. I still own property there. I still vote there. I just travel a whole lot. And I still love them. We love our home. We do. Thank you. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.